See someone out in Buda. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Okay, I'm going to hop up on the screen real quick. There we go. Hi there, Guy in Lago Vista. Jose, hello. Tiffany, hello as well. Mr. Jake Garcia with a guest appearance in the Facebook live stream. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend so far. If you haven't had time to get out and enjoy what Mother Nature has to offer, I suggest doing so now because conditions are certainly going to deteriorate as we head into your Monday and early Tuesday. Now, right now, you're taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook for Monday, but more specifically, it's for Monday evening into Tuesday morning, okay, if we want to kind of get into the nitty-gritty of it all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the system that we're going to be monitoring, take a closer look to try and time out the storms, and then also give you a look at that extended forecast. Now, I will try my best to answer as many questions in the Facebook comments throughout the Facebook Live or at the end of it, whichever kind of works best for us. But keep in mind that the high-resolution forecast models are constantly updating, so the storm timeline could shift a little bit and possible impacts could shift as well. Another thing we're going to discuss is overall trends that I've been noticing over the past couple of days with the forecast. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, you'll see the severe weather outlook. If you've been tuning into our broadcast, you've probably noticed how that area in yellow really included a majority, about 99% of the KVUE viewing area early this morning. It has shifted to the north, and also you'll notice for our friends and family members up there in northern Texas, they are now under a level 3 enhanced risk. So please make sure to tag those loved ones in this Facebook Live as well, so they are aware that there's some severe weather potentially coming their way. Our main concerns as we head into tomorrow night and into Tuesday morning will be large hail and damaging winds. The Storm Prediction Center has mentioned the possibility of a low-end tornado threat, but the main concerns I think are going to be hail and winds. Okay, so we're going to start at a wide image, and then we're going to hone in a little bit closer into central Texas. Here's the next weather maker. It's the combination of a dry line and a cold front, okay? That dry line is that boundary between moist and dry air, and the cold front is obviously separating warm air from cooler air. Now, Monday morning, that dry line and cold front are going to be approaching from the west. We could wake up to a few isolated to light showers or maybe some drizzle, but most of us will stay dry for the first half of the day. Notice as we go through the I'd say early evening to late evening hours, that's when the front approaches. Could spark up some storms along it. What I'm noticing with this first initial round of storms is that the highest severe weather threat is just to the north of us. I'm talking from Waco to Dallas and then continuing to push out towards the east, eventually into Louisiana. Now, it's worth noting that this could still change. That severe weather potential could shift to the south, but right now the trend has been moving to the north. Now, you'll also see another round of potential storms developing from the south, and that could impact the Austin metro area and then our coastal plain communities as we make our way into early Tuesday morning. At that point, we're going to be monitoring what the dry line does, and that's because if the dry line kind of shifts and sets up to the east, all the dry air behind it will be very easily be able to warm up quickly. Dry air warms up very quickly, and that means we could possibly be seeing some record breaking heat on Tuesday. So from cooler conditions on Monday to record-breaking temperatures on Tuesday, it's quite the temperature swing. Now, the heat will not be long-lasting. We'll talk about that in a moment. We'll have another cold front that should cool us off for the back half of the work week. But now let's talk about a closer look back at home. I don't want you to really get focused too much on the temperatures and the numbers here. I want you to be more focused in on the timing of the storms. I'm seeing lots of questions in regards to specific locations, so I want you to hone in and take a close look at where these storms are going to be setting up. This is just one of many high-resolution forecast model runs, but it's the one that we're going to rely on right now just due to the current arrival of the storms. Notice overnight into the early morning, we'll have clouds built in, some isolated drizzle. Most of us will stay dry. I see your question right here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I saw a question from Danica. Your question about the morning commute. Notice there could be some light isolated to lightly scattered showers and drizzle. The roadways could be a little slick, but I'm not tracking any severe storms for your morning commute. In fact, I think you'll actually see a lull in the activity from the afternoon into the early evening. So I think your commute home will also be clear unless for any reason that front speeds up and that dry line speeds up and it sparks up storms faster than expected. It's possible, but right now the timing is showing more overnight. Notice by around 10 o'clock, we could have a line of storms stretching all the way from Mason all the way up toward Waco. And then as we head into the early overnight hours, we could see some storms developing into Travis and Williamson County by around midnight. Now notice as that system develops and pushes to the east, we see another round of storms developing in the south. That could impact the southern portion and central portion of the I-35 corridor. So if you're in the Austin metro area, we could possibly be tracking 2 rounds of storms tomorrow night. Notice that this will continue to push towards the east, and this could impact our coastal plain communities by around 3 o'clock Tuesday morning, and then quickly clear out of here by your morning commute on Tuesday. So it is looking like this is going to be an overnight system, which nobody likes to hear. I know many people actually kind of get a mixed bag. I know some folks, they like overnight storms. They sleep through it. They're not as scared of it. Others, they want to see what's going on. They want to know what's happening outside their windows. And it being nighttime kind of increases the fear for them. So the main takeaways are you want to make sure that you have some way of getting weather alerts if anything were to occur. Okay, but once again, the main concerns at this point are going to be damaging winds and large hail. So also go ahead and make plans to bring in any loose items or debris in your yard, bring in the trash cans, and also make sure your car is covered under a carport or in a garage if you have the ability to do so. Taking a quick look at tomorrow's high temperatures, you can see that cloud coverage and showers will give us a little bit cooler of an outlook than what we were expecting today. We're talking lower to mid 80s across the board. Your allergy forecast, it was a doozy today with oak being the highest it's been of the season thus far. I do expect oak and pecan to be elevated tomorrow as well. As we make our way into Tuesday, remember I mentioned that where that dry line sets up, where the dry air is located, could impact our temperatures. Notice how much of a jump we could see from Monday into Tuesday with our afternoon highs. We're talking lower to mid 80s on Monday and then jumping to the mid to upper 90s potentially on Tuesday. Now, if we were to reach 95 degrees, that would break the daily record out there at Camp Mabry. It's currently 94 degrees set back in 1939. 95 would break that. It's going to be very heavily dependent on how dry the air is and if we're allowed to get enough sunshine as that system continues to push out towards the east. Notice your 7-day forecast a little bit all over the place with the temperatures. Lower 80s for tomorrow. Then Tuesday we jump into the mid 90s. Another cold front moves through. This one does not have a storm threat with it, but it does usher in some cooler and drier air that'll knock us back down into the lower 80s for Wednesday and then 70s for Thursday and Friday. They're going to feel absolutely gorgeous, but keep in mind that that drier air and breezier conditions at times will also bring back the return of our elevated fire weather risk. So all the sort of things we're going to be monitoring closely over the next several days. So let's hop on over here to the Facebook comments, and I'm going to try and answer questions for all of you. So Carly's saying we're going to skip a whole season for a day, right? I know. It looks like Mother Nature is kind of playing spin the wheel on what kind of season we're going to be feeling. Hello for everyone saying hello. Bria asking, will it be raining early Monday morning before 7 a.m.? Yes, there is the potential for some light isolated showers. Best potential for that is going to be down to the south just due to that moisture streaming in from the Gulf of Mexico. But not everyone will receive rain Monday morning. So don't expect it, but also you might want to grab that rain jacket just to be on the safe side. I do think the afternoon should be on the drier side based off of some of these model runs. Bernice, the rain is not for today. It will be for tomorrow. More specifically, maybe a little bit in the morning, but mostly overnight Monday evening into Tuesday morning. Stacy asking about the timing of the strong storms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the high resolution forecast model once again. I'm going to slowly pull through it, kind of hone out where you're located so you can see what the runs are showing. Now, once again, I must say that since these are high resolution forecast models, they are constantly refreshing, whether it be, depending on the model, it refreshes every 15 minutes or every 30 minutes, some every hour. So you have to take this with a grain of salt. What I'm showing you right now could be different by our 10 o'clock broadcast this evening. It could be different by KVUE Daybreak tomorrow morning. That's why it's important for you to stay in tune with the forecast, whether that's on air or online, or you can download our KVUE News app. It's absolutely free, and it allows you to help track the storms with us as well. So notice, not tracking any severe potential for the morning, just some light pesky showers, drizzle at best. As we make our way into the evening, I'm talking 9 to 10 is when it looks like some of those storms, the stronger storms, start to develop and then intensify as they push east. Once again, Travis to Williamson County, maybe around 11 to midnight, some of those stronger storms before another possible round develops overnight into late Tuesday morning. But then before you're even heading out the door on your way to work, unless you are a super early riser, I see those storms continuing to push out towards the east before sunrise. So that's some good news for all of you on Tuesday. I see Tuesday being a very warm, very nearly toasty day, honestly. Emilio asking about tornado possibilities. Great question. So the tornadic threat is going to be on the low end, is what the National Weather Service has mentioned. I think the highest potential for any tornadic activity will most likely be to the north of us. In fact, some of the forecast models have shown the possibility of some supercell development as you make your way closer to northern Texas. So think between Waco to Dallas. And as you can see, unfortunately, it extends all the way into Louisiana. It just feels like, you know, this time of the year, severe weather season for us in Texas. We've just been dealing with all these outbreaks the past couple of weeks. It seems a very similar setup and scenario. So our main concerns here in central Texas, if you're in the KVUE viewing area, will be large hail and damaging winds. Not really concerned with a flood threat with this particular system. Up to a ½ an inch of rain for some areas at best were what some of the latest projections were showing. Maybe an isolated area could see more if they get caught under heavier downpours, but I think the main things will be hail and damaging winds. Carly, that is correct. Late night tomorrow is where we're tracking some of the stronger storms. You are very welcome, Colette. Hilda, okay, Hilda, you did some yard work. Okay. You know what? It's been pretty nice this weekend. I don't blame you for getting out there and doing some yard work. Okay, you guys, any additional questions? Whit saying April showers in April? What? I know, right? A novel idea. Carly saying he has family in Mississippi and Louisiana. Oh, I sure hope they've been staying safe. I know it has just been completely insane, the kind of weather system we've been seeing set up for the members of the Gulf Coast these past couple of weeks. Okay, Wesley, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up posting this Facebook Live, so you're going to be able to rewind it, pause it. You can see kind of the graphical look of the forecast models in regards to where the rain might set up. Susanna, the hail, if we were to get any hail, it would be in some of those stronger storms. So once again, I think that would be later in the evening into the overnight hours, just due to the fact that the rain in the morning is going to be more light, not as much instability in the atmosphere. I think where we see that severe or higher level of instability is going to be in the back half of the evening. So if there were to be any hail, it would be overnight. So you certainly want to make sure your car is covered before you go to bed. You are very welcome, Wesley. Stella, don't worry, I'm going to post this Facebook Live, so even if you're hopping on right now, you'll be able to rewind it and see where the rain sets up. But also keep in mind, I'm going to be hopping back on the air at 10 o'clock tonight on KVUE Night Beat. We will have your full extended forecast. I'll have the latest forecast model runs. Remember, these will refresh before our 10 o'clock show, so I'll have a more up-to-date look and a better idea of what we can expect as we head into the beginning of your work week. Hopefully that answers a lot of questions. Keep in mind, you're also able to follow any severe weather updates on my personal meteorologist Facebook page. I have tagged that in the comments right now. Or in the description of this Facebook Live. So if you click the name Shane Hinton and just follow that, you'll be able to follow along with all severe weather updates that I'm able to provide. Also, I will be tweeting about any severe storms on my Twitter at MakeItRainShane, and similarly on my Instagram account as well. That is at MakeItRainShane. Hopefully this helps to clarify what we're going to be talking about and honing in on over the next few hours. It's going to be the next 24 to 36 hours, really. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Get outside and enjoy it. You absolutely deserve it because, I mean, let's be honest, we really did need a break from some of the severe weather we've been dealing with the past couple of weeks. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you again at 10 o'clock on KVUE. Until then, stay safe, stay smart. Most importantly, please stay kind. I'll see y'all again very soon.